Okay. So we began a mimer like a week and a half ago, Rabnan. I posted the link to that mimer on the group. You'll see there's a Zoom link and then there's the mimer link. So we're holding Ois Zayin, and Mirz Hashem we'll finish it today. Okay, so the Rebbe says like this: V'hinei nitzachin hamachama shenasa yidei ha'avodah d'meseres nefesh, the victory of the war that the Yidden had through Meseres Nefesh. When it's Zachin B'Shleimus, this is a full victory. The Nesev al Zeh Sha'avodah Meseres Nefesh. In addition to the fact that B'chlal Avodah Meseres Nefesh, L'Yosem Ba Mitzad Ha'etzem, since Meseres Nefesh comes from the actual essence of the person, He Choderes B'chol Keiches HaNefesh Ad L'Keich HaMaisa. It permeates all the faculties of the soul till the actual faculty of Maisa. Shebechol inyan of Niker as dos tut amesiris nefesh yid. When you look at the person, since it permeates all the koiches hanefesh to the koich hamaisa, so you look at him and you say, this guy is a mesiris nefesh yid. It's like what it says by Avram. Ekev Hashem Avram b'keli. Hashem says, because Ekev, he listens to my voice. Sha'idei Meseres Nefesh Shaloi, through Avram's Meseres Nefesh, Paul, the Gam Ha'ekev Shaloi, Shama Ha'derher Tzivah HaKadosh Baruch Hu, which means, why use the expression Ekev, the heel? Because Avram had such Meseres Nefesh that even in his heel, you were able to recognize the Tzivah of Hashem. So that's in addition to the Avodah Meseres Nefesh, that Avodah Meseres Nefesh permeates person's entire being. Even more so, when it comes to the level of Yechida of the Nefesh, there's no opposition. When a person works in a way of seichel, reasoning, even when a person has Aveda which is higher than Tamadas, but it's connected with Tamadas, it's possible that there is a menagid. Masha'in Kain. Second, sorry. One second. Yeah, Masha'in Kain. However, when the level of Yechida is revealed, in Shaykh Shir Menagid, there's no possibility of having an opposition. Not only that, when the Yechida is revealed, as a Pel Gam al Nefesh HaBahamis, you're able to actually affect the Nefesh HaBahamis. She'etzem Achumi is the Nefesh HaBahamis, that the actual course of the Nefesh HaBahamis, Misabech Minakatz Alakatz, you're able to elevate that, to change it over from Mamish from one extreme to the other extreme. So what the Rebbe is saying over here is that the Nitzachin HaMelchama through Meseres Nefesh, it's a complete Nitzachin. In addition to the fact that when it comes with Meseres Nefesh, it permeates all the keiches of a person. You could tell that he's a Meseres Nefesh Tikayid. Like it says by Avram Avinu, Ekev Asher Shama Avram B'Keli, that you're able to tell by Avram, even in his Ekev, the lowest part of a person's body, that this is the Tzivah of Hashem. So he says even more so that L'gabi Yechida, there's no opposition whatsoever. When a person has Aveda of Al Pi Tam V'Das, or even higher than Tam V'das, which is connected with Tam V'das, so then there's shaykh to have opposition. Mashenke, when the Yechida is revealed, there's no Menagid, and not only that, but when the Yechida Sheba Nefesh is revealed, it actually affects the Nefesh HaBahamis, that it changes from one extreme to the other. Okay, now the Rebbe continues, now we can understand why the candles of the Chanukah is different from the Neiros and the Migdash side in a number. Neiros and Migdash was 7, Chanukah is 8, and also we said the time of when you light it. The when is it? We said Mishatishka Achama. And we asked in the beginning of the Maimer, why shouldn't it be the same time of the Neiros HaMikdash, which was already right after Plaga Mincha, that time, much earlier. So he says like this: Ki inyan Chanukah hu avodah de Mesiras Nefesh mitzat b'china yichida. What's the idea of Chanukah? Is the avodah Mesiras Nefesh from the level of yichida. L'mayla mi hishtalshlus shabadam. It's higher than hishtalshlus of a person, and therefore like this. L'chein him ches neiris. That's why it's 8 candles. The misbar ches kosher kanal sif aleph b'china shelamayla mishtalshlus. So first of all, 8 is connected with higher than Seder Ishtalshlus. When you want to speak about Seder Ishtalshlus, there's 7 days of the week. 7 is Teva, Sheva is Teva. Or you want to refer to something which is higher than Ishtalshlus, so then you say 8. So first of all, that's why Ches Neir is on Chanukah, is because it's connected with Mesiras, because Chanukah, the Avodah is Mesiras Nefesh, and Mesiras Nefesh comes from the level of Yechida, which is higher than Seder Ishtalshlus. Now, Ovadugmas Achilus Mekin the Beis Hamikdash, Shehaya Shivas Kol Shel Shivas Nimin, Mekinish Yemes Mashiach Sheyeh Shel Shmeina Nimin. As we see this, in the difference between the harp of the Beis Hamikdash, that the Beis Hamikdash had the harp over there, the kinnor was 7 strings, and when Mashiach comes, it's going to be 8 strings. Now, the Asher Beis Hamikdash Hu Makom Achim Mekudash Shebailam, even though the Beis Hamikdash is the holiest place, Befrat Kinnor Beis Hamikdash, especially when it comes to the harp of the Beis Hamikdash, Shu Inyan Hamshach Hashem Havaya, which this is the idea of the level of Havaya being revealed in the Beis Hamikdash. Now, the Kinnor Oisius Chavav, Kinnor has Kinnor is Chavav. There's 26 letters, which is Gematria Shem Havaya, which we know 26 is Gematria Shem Havaya. Ner Havaya Nishmas Adam. So even though Kinnor has a connection to Shem Havaya, who rak shleim was to Seder Ishtalshlus, this is only the completion of Seder Ishtalshlus. V'lochin hayeshivas nimin. That's why it was 7 strings. However, when Mashiach comes, there's going to be this level of Shem Havaya up high, so nimin. That's why it's going to be 8 candles. 8 strings, I'm sorry. Okay, so now what we said in this paragraph is that why is Chanukah 8, and why is the time when you light it different? So because the Avodah of Chanukah is Mesiras Nefesh, which is higher than Seder Ishtalshlus, which that's the idea of 8, which is higher than Seder Ishtalshlus, and you see this also in regards to the harp of the Beis Hamikdash. It was 7 strings, and the Yemei Mashiach's harp is going to be 8 strings. Even though the Beis Hamikdash had the level of Shem Havaya, the highest level, but nevertheless, it was only Shleimus of Seder Ishtalshlus. Mashenkin Yemei Mashiach is going to be a Gilei of higher than Seder Ishtalshlus. Zeu Gamatam, the nearest Chanukah Chalukim, the nearest Hamikdash Gamas Man Hatakosam. And this is also the reason why, when we light the Chanukah Menorah, it's not the same time as they light the Beis Hamikdash. Mashem Mitzvah, Shishaner Chanukah, Mishatishka Achama. Why is it that the Ner Chanukah is dafka when Shkia sets? Ki dafka idea gila de prinas yechida shelamayla mishtalshlus sheba'adam, because dafka through the revelation of the yechida of higher than Seder Ishtalshlus mi'idim gamas achishach, then you could actually illuminate the darkness. Later actually gabe erza achishach and ma'alim, not only with this light, this darkness not is not concealing. Not only that, but the actual darkness transforms to light. So in the times of the Beis Hamikdash, when it's an Aveda of a Tam V'das, so you cannot light Misha Tishka Chama. Why? Because Tishka Chama refers to Cheshech. So that the Eir should be Mahapech the Cheshech, that's only possible when you have an Aveda which is higher than Tam V'das, and that's the Aveda of Chanukah. Now, V'zeu Gama Shezmanish Ner Chanukah At Shetichle Regel Men Ashuk this is also the reason why the lighting of the candle, what's the latest time you could light? So the Gemara says, when the people of Tarmidoi, they leave the marketplace. The Chalya Rigla de Tarmidoi. So the Rebbe says, it's brought on Chassidus many times, Tarmidoi him hamurdim b'malchus shamayim. The Tarmidoi, they refer to those people that actually they are murdered in the Eibishter. They rebel against Hashem. Tarmud, Oisius, Meredus. Tarmud has the same letters as Meredus, which means somebody who rebels. Which means, Vehimis Akfim B'Shuk, P'chinas Rishus Harabim, Tura de Pruda. So they remain in the shuk, this is the level of the Rosh Hashanah, which is like the Tur de Pruda, which is like the literally means like the mountains that separate. So they're in a level of these are the meridim, the meredas, the people that rebel. Now, by day Ner Chanukah nasa chal yoriglik tamidoi. So through Ner Chanukah, what happens? What happens is chal yoriglik tamidoi. What does that mean? The Shnei Pirushim Bazeh. There's two explanations on how to touch with the Gemara. Number one, sha'ir Ner Chanukah mechayim avatlos riglik tamidoi. Either the light of Ner Chanukah actually vanishes and it actually eradicates the riglik tamidoi, these people of the people who rebel. Or sha'erne the Ner Chanukah pela kiloyin kalyum lashon kiloyin kleisa nefesh gam b'rigla tamidoi. Or a deeper pshat is that the Ner Chanukah is so effective that it's able to be pela kiloyin, not a chalya, not eradicate or vanish, but rather like a kleisa nefesh, how the soul expires, it yearns. Shagam hamurdim yovel b'chinas kleisa nefesh, that even the people who rebel against Hashem, the meredes, they actually come to the level of kleisa nefesh. So the reason why Ner Chanukah is, the Gemara says, Adchal Yorig the Tamidoi, because Tamidoi is the people who rebel in Machal Shemayim. Mered Tamid is Eisius Meredis. So through the Ner Chanukah, we're saying it's the Chal Yorig the Tamidoi. Either means that the people who are Meredis, they are vanished, they are eradicated, or that the Chal Yorig the Tamidoi, that the Ner Chanukah is so effective that it actually creates a Kloisa Nefesh, the Chaya, Kloisa Nefesh, in the Riglig Tamidoi, in the people who are at the level of Murdim. Ches. Now we can understand how we're equating the Neir's Chanukah to the Sukkahs of Parah Chag. If you remember, in the beginning of the Maamar, we said that the Neir's Chanukah, why do we light, according to Beishamai, 876, is because it's connected, corresponding the karbonas that we brought on Sukkot that we keep diminishing in number. So the Rebbe asks, what's the connection between Neir's Chanukah and Parah Chag? So the Rebbe says, Ki inyan Sukkot v'gam inyan Parah Chag, who is galus hamakifim, because Sukkot, what's the idea of Sukkot, and also the karbonas that are brought on Sukkot, Chassidus says, this is the level of makifim being revealed. Just like an actual sukkah encompasses and circles a person, so what's happening on sukkah is you have the revelation of the level of makifim. So what happens on Shmini Atzeres? That the levels of makifim, the Eira makifim, they actually permeate, they actually go into a person in a pneumistic way. It's like the Aveda of Mesiras Nefesh of Chanukah that actually affects, it actually permeates all the powers of the soul. Now, and this is the reason why Sukkot and Chanukah are both 8 days. The Mispar Shmeinu Aleph Zayin. What's 8? 8 is 1 plus 7. Which means that the Aleph, the level of 8 is higher than the Aleph, which is higher than Seder Ishtashlus. Nimshach b'zayin ishtashlus, they actually come down in Seder Ishtashlus. So that's what's happening on Chanukah, that you have the makifim that come down, the 7 days of makifim actually come down in Shmini Atzeres in a pneumistic way. What's the Aveda of Chanukah? Also, the Aveda of Chanukah is to bring the Aleph in the days. So just like in regards to the Riglig Tamidoi, we said that these two explanations, that first you mevatel it and then you're actually able to transform it. So too, bringing the 70 karbonas over during the duration of Sukkot, corresponding to the 70 nations of the world. First, what are you doing is you're actually diminishing, you're actually taking away the koiches of the goyim, and then not only that, but then you're able to go ahead and actually affect that they actually help the Yidden. Like it says, the Gemara says that if the Goyim would know the power of the Beis Hamikdash, how much it does for them, so they would surround the Beis Hamikdash and protect it. So through actually affecting Yisabcha, Metesav al Yod Dom Siyo Gam Kedusha, so you're able to actually add in Kedusha Shmiras HaMikdash, which is the Shmir of the Mikdash. Now, Valderech Shiyah Los Lavei, like when Mashiach comes, Kasher Oz Abechal Amim Avdu L'Shchem Echot, when everyone is going to be transformed to speak one language, and he Oz Amdu Zadim V'Rot Seinchem, they're going to help us out with our sheep. Valderech Hakrovas Ayin Panim Shekineged Ayin HaUmais. It's like the Karbonis corresponding to the 70 nations. And through the Goyim, Shmini, you were able to add a carbon for the Bnei Yisrael and the Beis Hamikdash, which is the idea of transforming the Goyim to Kedusha. So what we said over here in Ches, we started saying is that's the connection between Sukkot, Chanukah, of being 8, because Sukkot is the idea of being of Makifim, and Makifim coming into on Shmini Atzeres is coming into a pnimistic way. So what's 8? 8 is you're taking is 1 plus 7. You're taking the 1, the Eir Shalamayim B'Shtal Shalos, and you're bringing it into the 7 days of the week. And this is like the two pshatim of Rigla Tarma, the Talmud Doi, that you're actually transforming the Talmud Doi to Kedusha. And eventually the Goyim actually help you, as Chazal say that if the Goyim would knew the power of the Beis Hamikdash, what it does for them, they would actually protect it as well. Okay, we have Tes and Yud. Tes v'hinei ha'inyan de tishka chama koi b'yichud al cheshach is galus. This that we're lighting the Veneda Tishka chama is going specifically on the Cheshach HaGalus, on the darkness of Galus. Ubefrat HaCheshach Kaf U'Mechupel Digfus of the Mashiach, especially the darkness of the times of Mashiach, the where we're holding now. This is the lesson of Ner Chanukah to every Yid. Shakavan the Cheshach HaGalus who B'chtei Le'ira Avedim Mesers Nefesh. What's the reason why the Eibishter brings the Cheshach HaGalus? Is in order to arouse, to bring out the Avedim Mesers Nefesh. Through Aveda Mesers Nefesh, you're able to transform, to be mevar the Cheshach and transfer it to light. So through the Aveda of all the Yidden together, or at least the majority, either one mitzvah, it doesn't matter whether it's machshava, dibur, ma'aser. So through a yid doing one mitzvah, as the Rambam says, you're able to actually, you have to look at yourself that through your mitzvah, you're able to actually tip the scale and to bring a tremendous tshuva and atzala. Yud. So we're saying through the Avodah Mesers Nefesh, you're transferring over the Eid, the Cheshach to Eir, and through one mitzvah, either Machshava Dibur Ma'aser. So the Rebbe says, Alachas Kama V'Kama, through actually the mitzvah of Ner Chanukah, Shemitzvah Zu Shayachas B'Miyuchad HaYishuv HaAtzala, which this has a connection to when Mashiach comes, Hagula Shti Adei Mashiach, Mekivan Shemashiach, V'chin Eliyom V'as Hagula, Hem Hashmeini, Nesiche Adam. So since Mashiach, Elio, they refer to they go correspond to the idea of 8. And Yishmei Neres to Chanukah, which is the idea of 8 Neres to Chanukah. What's the connection between Neres Chanukah and when Mashiach comes? The Kamesh Neres Chanukah in B'Teim Le'elam, the Rambam says that Neres Chanukah will never be bottled. Kein Agula Asidati Agula Nitzchah Shin Shaykh Shiachareh Galus. So too, when Mashiach comes, we're not going to have Galus again. The third Beis Hamikdash is going to be forever. May this happen very, very, very soon.